What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel, check out the content. And with that being said, I want to speak on this Xavier Worthy situation, right? And him and his girlfriend, she was caught. Well, Xavier McDaniels found out that she was cheating, and because he had hired a private investigator to follow her around to see what she was up to while he was playing football and while he was, basically working. And so the private detective, found some information and he had evidence. Xavier Worthy presented the evidence to her and asked her to leave. So once he asked her to leave, she knew that the jig was up. You know what I mean? That she was caught and that it was over with. No more private jets and no more going to the games and sitting, being on the sidelines and all this other stuff. She knew all that was over with. And so, but there was some red flags before they even got to the point of, and I'm sure he probably realized too. That's probably why Xavier hired uh, ex, a private detective, right, investigator to look into the situation. And so, she probably there was some red flags she probably presented, but and a lot of times these young ladies, you know, don't they will mess up this type of situation with a guy that he's in a position where he can change her life forever. Like they are they it's basically they're going to make like have access to generational type wealth. If this guy has he had the opportunity to play in the NFL for a number of years, then he'll be having generational type wealth. But she couldn't this young lady could not like control herself or see the big picture. She's worried about sneaking off with other dudes while this guy is basically at football practice or at basically at work. And so now I've seen videos of her, like she used to do she did videos with her doing the preseason. They was at preseason camp for the Kansas City Chiefs, and she was just for her social media page, and she was just explaining like how they the life of a football player's wife, and she was just showing like what it was like to be going in the to the camps and stuff like that, and how the people was cheering for the football players and stuff like that. But the thing is, to me, that was a red flag, because I think that the fact that she wants to be out in front and wants to be seen all the time, that's a red flag. Like he's a football player and he is at work. That's his job to be a football player, right? He's at work. And I can see every once in a while, from time to time going to, a football game. But these young ladies like this, like they want to go to every game. They want to go to every function. Now, just imagine if Xavier Worthy if he was a construction worker, you know, or if he's working on assembly line somewhere, she wouldn't want to go to that job, So and I think they don't realize, or people should realize that it's the same thing. Like that is his job. You don't need to, you don't need to be in the house at every function, or not even for most functions. I wouldn't want, and I heard the actor, or the comedian Jamie Foxx said the same thing. Like he don't want a woman that want to be feel like she want to be in the spotlight. He wants somebody that is, feel like that they want to be behind the scenes. Because think about it, if he at work and she is at work with him, then what is she doing as far as like them building a life together? Um, when he come home, like where's the hot meal? Um, or doing, or who's taking care of the house while she's out, following you around, and so that to me was a red flag. I also saw videos of like what's the other guy, the young guy name that was with that Travis Hunter. You know, they did videos and all that stuff, and they eating fast food, making a video. I forgot the restaurant. It was a couple different videos, and they eating fast food and stuff like that. But like, if you're a professional athlete and you make millions of dollars, you shouldn't. Number one, you shouldn't even be eating that fast food like that. And then number two, she should have, as your wife or your fiance, your girlfriend or your fiance, she should have like a menu for you that, because you are a world class athlete. She, in no way in the world she should be sitting next to you while you're eating buckets of fried chicken, and she, because she's not cooking, or she's not preparing a meal for you that, that the meals that you should have. And so to me, that's just not, but every time it's time to take pictures, Travis Hunter girlfriend was there. The same thing for this young lady. Oh, what's her name? I think her name is Tia Jones. This young lady, Tia Jones, she's, like I said, she needs to always be seen. And she's an athlete. This young lady is an athlete. I think she had some type of leg injury, and she was doing some rehab work. I seen her doing, making videos of she doing rehab. She's rehabbing her leg, right? But these young guys have to understand that these women have to do more. They have to be more than just a pretty face. You know, they have to, if they want a life with you, then they need to be involved in helping to build a life, not just benefiting from your hard work. And that's how you don't even need a private investigator. These women tell you who they are just by their actions, and they can't hide it. She didn't have even enough self-control or enough wisdom to know that she was about to mess up somebody who can put her in a position with generational wealth. And I'm pretty sure, I bet money on it, that she'll never be able to earn the kind of money that this guy's going to earn from playing football. This guy's one of the best receivers in the NFL, and he's only going to get better, and so when she found out that she blew it, she messed it up. She tried to destroy him by, saying that he assaulted her, and so if it wasn't for cameras and evidence, he had scratches and stuff on him when the police came to arrest him. This guy would, he would potentially be losing millions of dollars. And so that's the thing, right? These guys shouldn't even have these women move in with them. He had been telling, Xavier Worthy had been telling this young lady for weeks or for months, that he wanted her to move out. And she didn't want to move out because she knew that she had messed up that situation. She knew she was caught, and now she wanted to destroy him. And that's what they will do. They will cry, they will say that you essayed them or you abused them in some type of way, just so they can mess up your situation. When she had the opportunity to, like I said, to just to make a situation, or to benefit from the situation by bringing something to the table. All she had to do is basically add value to his life. Look for ways to add value to his life. But again, she's running around like she in high school, and that's basically what she had. She had a high school mentality. Anybody who is going to mess up like that, that's something that you would see somebody like a 14-year-old or a 15-year-old do. And that's not even an exaggeration. Like, she had an opportunity, like I said, to marry somebody who was going to put her in a situation where they would have generational wealth, where she didn't have to work. Her kids didn't have to work. So and here's the thing, when these women think that they don't have to like go out and get a job, that don't mean that there's not work to be done. Like I said, yeah, the other young lady, she is feeding this guy Kentucky Fried Chicken, and he's a world class athlete. That's like taking a race car and like um put like 87, that's the lowest octane gas you can get. You take a Formula One car, you can't put 87 octane in a Formula One car. You just can't do that. And these guys are world-class athletes. And these women are not bringing any value to the table. And they want to live a easy life. And all they want to do is shop, look good, and they think that's it. That's all they're supposed to bring to the table. But now, you see a lot of guys who are they getting hip to the game. They getting hip to the game, and I wouldn't be surprised if that guy was Travis Hunter in a few months. Like once he start his NFL career, he may not be with that young lady too much longer. If he don't get her pregnant, which if he don't get her pregnant, then he may not even marry her because of he just had so much time to think about the situation, everything went down, and how everything adds up. If she didn't change her game up and she didn't start bring adding value to his life, then he's going to know. And he have access to Deion Sanders. This guy has access to Deion Sanders' sons. They move differently than and he do. And so that novelty of this young lady once and here's another thing. Travis Hunter and Xavier Worthy, like when you are in those circles, you're a professional athlete and you have money and stuff like that, there's gonna be so many women around. So many women around. And if you think that other women are not going to tell him or put in his ear that he can do better than that, and then you got another thing coming because they may not be the right thing for him either, but they at least they are going to they're going to shoot their shot. They may not be good either, but they at least going to because this it's a competitive environment, and they see those guys as as somebody who can do something for them, and so they see a chink in the armor, and they are definitely going to go after these guys. So that's my take on it. Like I said, this young lady, I'm glad that she didn't have the opportunity to destroy him. And and that guys, these guys don't realize that these young women, when they like her, she found out, she realized that she had dropped that bag. She wanted to mess it up for him too. He would have lost everything had he not had the evidence that he had to prove. They'd already arrested him. They arrested him with scratches on him, uh, hair pulled out, and the house, and it was evidence that she destroyed a room, and they still arrested him. That's crazy. That's crazy for real. So yeah, man, these young guys, they learning. They are learning, and so yeah, they but they still have to be careful with not even moving these women in. Or if they do move them in, like I said, just had to make sure that these young ladies add value. It's just not all about looking good, and flexing off of your hard work and not bringing nothing to the table. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Um, also, don't forget to leave a comment, and with that being said, I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.